hand tools is brought to you by EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $40 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment. Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios. Trevor's Beard is brought to you by The Beard Struggle. The Beard Struggle is my go-to for beard hygiene and styling products, so you should click the link below and use the code TLANE15, that's TLANE15, for 15% off your order. The Toolbar, our new line of handmade soap produced in partnership with Crafts by Carolyn Lane, available on Etsy. This soap packs a punch of manly scent, like oak and fig, fresh cut lumber, cedar, and more masculine fragrances being developed all the time. With a soft touch of natural oils to cleanse and moisturize, use the link below to buy the Toolbar now. Once you try it, you'll never want to wash with anything else.
Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
From EXO Auto Works. Streaming all over the world. It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity. With Eric Madrid and Trevor Lane. It's Man Tools.
Double dose of the Woo Girls. Are we muted again?
No,
We're gonna do half the show with no sound, Trevor?
turned down the wrong thing. No, we're not.
Well, the ratings would probably go up, so if we did.
You know.
So interesting thing, here at the shop, we have neighbors.
Yep.
That only work after dark.
As far as we know.
Yep. Last week we had a sketchy dude in a Geo Metro making a delivery at 10:30 when we were leaving.
Yep.
It was the wrong place. We had to go tell him to go next door. It's a gated area. We just saw them loading in large coolers into a back of a van.
Yep.
It was it's interesting. Kind of want to see what they do over there. Maybe they could be a sponsor.
Could be.
Maybe they could be a sponsor. Well, let's talk about Monday Part 6. Shall we?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Thursday night here in Man Tools land. With you guys all tuning in and snuggled up and listening in on your futon. Pretty much let's see, who's our demographic here? So you got your 2-bedroom apartment and your futon is encrusted with beer stains and whatever, and you have all of your laundry on one side that you snuggle with because only one side you sleep on, and your books and your things piled up there. Sounds. I'm pretty sure you have a velour painting of Jesus up on the wall,
or dogs playing poker.
Dogs playing poker. That's for the den. That's not for the bedroom.
Okay,
yeah, that's for the den. You don't want dogs looking at you when you're alone in your room.
Well,
just want Jesus looking down on you.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Wow, that did not go where I thought it was going to go. All right, I've got an announcement to make, everybody. At some point, eventually, sometime soon, I'm going to retire as the hardest working guy in Colorado.
Okay.
Somebody told me that a few weeks ago. And somebody told me that a few years ago. And I was like, wow, I've been doing this a long time. I should stop being the hardest working dude in Colorado. Maybe take a day off.
Are you going to do that?
Well, considering basically I'm on my lunch break right now.
Not likely.
I just got a lunch break, and I need to go deliver and install a microwave and a dishwasher before I go home tonight. Yeah. Not likely.
That sucks.
Not bloody likely. We talked about life audits, right? A while back. Sometimes you gotta take a life audit. Yep. We're coming up on that. There's just too many things on the burner. Too many things. Apparently, based on my interest in NALS apartment homes complexes, we think you would be a good match for us. Please sell us your house and move into these apartments. Text stop to stop these messages. You know, I look at it like this. At least somebody cares. Somebody wants to talk to me.
Well, Key says take some time off and visit her.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why she feels targeted. Is it because she's invested in the NATS homes? She's like, that was me. I'm invested in that. You should take,
Sell us your house. Just do it.
Yeah, I would definitely visit Sacramento. And definitely go and whitewater raft that American River. And by whitewater raft, I mean I think my toilet bowl flushes faster than those rapids.
Well, whatever you do.
Keys. See, do you have a futon?
The futon with your laundry.
See, we know our demographic here.
That was the targeting, huh?
I remember Henry Rollins saying something about being broke and poor and living in his 1-bedroom apartment with all of his books and his shit laid up on his one futon because he was never home.
Yep.
He slept on one side. And I'm looking over next, and I'm like, wow, yeah, all my laundry's all piled up on one side. And it's folded. Sometimes it falls off if I get, a little too restless in the evening and I try to move.
Right.
It's time for a change. Time for a change.
So I'm gonna apologize right off the bat because, as you may hear, I'm feeling poorly, and I have no one to blame but myself. I was telling Eric before the show started. Wife and I are quitting smoking, which means that we continue to smoke like for a day and then
quit for a few.
We're off of it now. So my sinuses have been kind of fucky, and I got the bright idea, well, if I do a sinus rinse, that'll help everything. So I did that, and now my nasal passages are like, oh, there's no mucus in here anymore. We need to make all the mucus again.
Right?
So
dude, warehouse, where they're like warehouse to production. We are out of stock. Production, please produce more.
I feel like I feel just like I've got a cold. I don't though. Unless that can induce a cold. But
so when we were recording one of our albums, the producer made Matt do a nasal rinse because he's always like, and he's always allergic to everything. Yeah. And so he's doing the sniffle shuffle in the microphone. He's trying to record acoustic guitar, and he's like, do 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 do. It was bad. It was really bad. So he makes him do the nasal douche, right? I'm gonna warn you, Trevor. You're not supposed to do it with a garden hose.
Yeah,
you're supposed to do it with one of those little nasal douchers.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
one of those. Yeah.
Use a garden hose,
and it fucked me up real good.
Got you good.
felt like I rinsed my brain out of my skull.
Yep.
And I didn't even use the whole thing. I did like a couple times in each nostril. I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Same thing happened to him, and they filled right back up in about 10 minutes, and it was like, it wasn't anymore. It was,
yeah, well. So
it's track 6 on our third record, by the way.
The audience of this show is in for the same thing.
It's called Noonie Noonie. Doody Doody Doo. good shit.
Yep.
Good shit. Well, speaking of more good shit, let's move on with some other shit.
Let's get into some news, shall we?
Newsflash, Trevor. Dolphins have a fully functional clitoris, study finds.
Well, I'm glad they studied that.
I wonder what kind of funding and who funded that.
I'm sure it's a government grant of some kind.
Sure.
Well, anatomically, everything about a dolphin's clitoris indicates it evolved to help them feel pleasure. A group of researchers say.
They took a group.
A group
Of groping researchers to
I was gonna
find
say,
out.
in my mind, I just see a bunch of dudes with some dolphins going, yeah, come for me, baby. You gonna squirt?
Blowhole. That's all I'm going to say. Blowhole.
What the fuck?
This is taxpayers' dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, as it says, humans and dolphins have even more in common than we might have thought. Some new research suggests biologists say they found clear anatomical evidence that female dolphins have a fully functional clitoris that helps them experience pleasure during sex, just as it does for humans. The findings may one day... So male scientists... Wait, that's great.
There hasn't been a grant yet for...
Male scientists can find a dolphin's clit, but men sometimes have a hard time finding a human's. Yes.
So yes, a group of... Well, to be fair, the lead author Patricia Brennan, is an assistant professor of biological science at Mount Holy Fuck, I can't read that college in Massachusetts. And her team have been studying the evolution of genitals in all sorts of vertebrate animals. More recently, they turned their attention to dolphins, the marine mammals known for their playful and eerily human-like nature at times, in ways good and bad. So basically, dolphins have vagina folds, and we are studying these folds to try to figure out their function and why they are so diverse across species. So,
right. They dissected them, so maybe you don't want it.
Maybe
you don't want to have it found that way. I don't think.
Holyoke, Massachusetts. You know I fucked that up because he's parked the car, lost the khakis. Holyoke.
And just to
so
I've read ahead a little.
The people in Holyoke figured out there was a clitoris.
Yep.
In other vertebrates' holes.
Yep.
Yes.
And just to allay any fears that you have that they're killing dolphins for this, Brennan and her team were able to closely look at the clitoral tissue of 11 bottlenose dolphin females that died of natural causes. So they were not out there like slaughtering dolphins, dissecting their vaginas.
I'm still laughing. Male scientists. So scientists found dolphins' clit, but men can't find them on women.
That's right.
Yep, that's true.
Well, I think we have some reasons that could be.
Yeah, a research grant for one.
Well, I'm going to highlight this. The dolphin clitoris is relatively large and filled with plenty of erectile tissue and blood vessels that allow it to engorge quickly. So maybe it's just, it's bigger. It's easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. The man in the boat is a little taller. He's wearing a top hat with a dolphin.
Little top hat there. It's not a skiff. It's more like dreadnought sized. Little man in the boat. Well, good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for ambushing me with that bit of news, Trevor. Yep. What do we got next?
Let's see. Next we have Some local news that I was pleased about. A while back, there was a shooting in self-defense. Well, the question was, I guess, whether or not it was self-defense of a man who was not a resident of an apartment complex. He entered like the basement area. I'm assuming like where the laundry stuff is. A resident there said, "Wait a minute, who are you? I don't know who you are," basically. Kind of one of those like, "Stay away from me."
Yeah.
And then shot the dude. Well, the question was, in that case, in an apartment complex, does the castle doctrine apply? And the court, in this case, the Colorado Supreme Court, ruled, yeah, just because it's an apartment complex doesn't suddenly make it different than your house. If you went to your own basement where the laundry facilities were, and some dude you didn't know was in there, and you didn't know what their intentions were, you're within your rights to assume that their intentions are dangerous and to take appropriate action. So, there you go.
To be fair, the intruder was given a 5-second countdown. The warning was ignored. The intruder reportedly started to yell and throw things at the tenant.
Yeah, it wasn't just this guy was there.
Yeah.
Like it went way beyond.
Well beyond the, and the Supreme Court has upheld the 4th Judicial District Court of Colorado Springs. So,
yep.
There you go.
Yeah. So just because you're in an apartment doesn't mean that your Second Amendment rights go away. And in the case of Colorado state law, it doesn't mean that that's not your castle.
Yeah. It enters your dwelling.
That is still part of your dwelling. So.
And is reasonably believed to intend to commit crime against person or property.
So I was pleased about that. Good on you, Colorado Springs or Colorado Supreme Court. Yeah, I'm doing exactly what your boy was doing.
Yeah, I know, dude. I said.
Oh, here we're getting into some of our. I was telling Eric before the show started that we got quite a few Rona-related stories.
Rona.
So we'll start with this one. A high school teacher has been charged with a crime after locking a COVID-positive 13-year-old child in the trunk to quarantine them.
Now, let me just ask this: it is to quantify this. It's the trunk of her car.
Yes. So they went to. Now, my understanding, this is the mother. This kind of surprised me as young as this lady is, but she was the mother of a 13-year-old. So she's a high school teacher. She has a middle school age child. They, from what I understand, did one of these drive-through tests, the quick tests. And they went, "Oh, you're positive." So she went get in the trunk.
So she threw him in the trunk to quarantine
him. She has now been charged with endangering a child by the Cypress Fairbanks Police Department.
Absolutely.
At the time of this printing, it said a warrant had been issued for arrest. I'm pretty sure she surrendered, and nothing crazy went down with that. Like she didn't try to run or anything. So,
yep.
There you go. How that happened, it's kind of covered up by this stupid ad. But coming out of the wherever she was, and again, I'm making assumptions. I don't remember necessarily reading that, but that's the scenario that I saw in my head was that, okay, so it says, was alerted that a child was in the trunk of a car at a drive-through COVID-19 testing site. So they went and got tested. The kid came up positive. She said, "Get in the trunk." And then they called
the police.
The police came and did indeed hear some kind of noise coming from the trunk, and the mom explained that he had tested positive and therefore had to be quarantined.
This is finally going too far. This is I
think it's gone too far many, many times before this, but
I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, the idea that this is the appropriate way to, like, if you're going to quarantine, I think most sane and normal people accept that it's like a household thing.
Well, yeah. Well, most places your car is an extension of your house.
Well, but I'm saying what I'm getting at is the kid's not going to be isolated from the family.
Yeah.
The whole family just goes, okay, I guess we're not going anywhere
Well,
for 2
and
weeks.
here's the thing. She's let's just put ourselves in her shoes for a minute. She's young. She's a high school teacher, so that means she is not the sharpest cookie out there. Just going to put that out there. You stay in the world of academia, you're Stepfordized by it. End of story.
Yeah.
Just, it is what it is. She's drank the Kool-Aid, and this is what happens when you drink the Kool-Aid. You endanger your child.
And continues to drink the Kool-Aid to the point where I'm sure she thought this is a perfectly normal response to this.
There's a rational way to handle this situation.
Yep.
So
Kid-
you're putting your child in the
tested
crumple.
positive with the most deadly disease in the history of
the world.
mankind. So of course,
I'm going to stick him in the crumple zone of the vehicle with no seatbelt. Yeah. Stick him in the crumple zone of the vehicle so that when I get rear-ended because I'm doing my makeup and playing on Twitter at the light. Yeah,
it's for your health.
But it's for your safety.
It's for your health. This cracked me up. So a man claims that his penis shrank 1.5 inches due to COVID.
So COVID dick is
COVID
real.
dick is real. Says docs. I don't think they mean doctors. I think they mean documents of this guy saying
that
happened.
Because it's New York Post and they don't yellow journalism at all.
It's the oldest paper, right? The oldest American paper still in existence.
Sure, that's what we tell.
Talk about getting the short end of the stick.
Look what he did there.
As if contracting COVID wasn't bad enough, a dismayed man now claims that he's lost a whopping 1.5 inches from the length of his penis as a lingering result of the virus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just need to put this in perspective, okay? Some people say, 1.5 inches isn't a whole lot. Let's talk about percentages. I mean, in my case, that's like 50%. So that's a lot.
In my case, that's a good 10%.
At least.
Yeah. I mean, I've got
8.5%
that'd
left.
be 15 inches. Anyways.
Your math sucks.
No, 1.5 times 10. That's 15, right?
Sure.
So my penis has shrunk, lamented the griping guy in a letter to the How to Do It podcast. I'm a heterosexual man in my 30s, he said anonymously, only referring to himself as coming up short. So they didn't even come up with a joke.
Wow. Yeah.
In July of last year, I contracted COVID and was very sick when I got out of the hospital. I had some erectile dysfunction issues. He purportedly, once well-endowed man, went on to explain that prior to his diagnosis, he boasted an above-average size. But much to his chagrin, his formerly
That's a good word.
impressive privates have since lost their luster. So, it's a bummer.
Again, impressive privates. So he lost 50%. We've done this already in the radio era of Man Tools, where we did the averages. So,
Yeah,
we did this already. So
yeah, it was like the average was 3. And from what I recall of that particular study, that was hard or soft. Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. They measured properly,
Yep.
From
the middle of your back to that's how I measure.
from Arizona to Colorado.
From the top of my butthole to that's all part of it, right?
That's exactly wrong. I was really grateful when those mini Coca-Cola cans came out. Nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
I was super grateful because it made life a lot easier. Made photography a lot more fun.
I forget what I was watching, but I was watching something where they were talking about what were these things called? They're like tinier beers that were around back in the 80s. I don't know if they were called shooters because it's not really a shot, but it was like a 7-ounce beer.
Okay.
Which is great because you'd give those to girls at the party, and then any dick that ended up in there. They were like, "Oh, you're bigger than the beer bottle."
Genius! I should have gone to your frat
You're
parties.
so huge.
You're huge. Genius. King of the workaround.
Onto some preventative.
I believe this, and you guys know me. I'm not a huge bud dude.
I'm skeptical of a lot of this stuff, but so a study finds that cannabis compounds prevent infection by COVID-19. Compounds of cannabis can prevent infection from the virus that causes COVID-19 by blocking its entry into cells, according to a study published this week by researchers affiliated with Oregon State. A report on the research cannabinoids block cellular entry of was published online by the Journal of Natural Products, which sounds like a weed science journal.
Yes.
I'm always skeptical of this stuff because when I was dabbling in stand-up, I had a joke. I don't know if you heard me say it, but I talked about how obviously it's a settled issue here in Colorado and in a lot of states now. But remember back when they were looking at legalizing weed and the pro-legalization people would tout many medicinal properties that it totally didn't have. Like, it cures cancer. And I'm like, Bob Marley died of cancer. So
that goes with,
I don't.
I understand.
I don't think so.
No, I don't. It does not. It is. I will tout this, and I've seen it do it. It is a far better alleviator of the symptoms and the day-to-day pains,
the suffering
of cancer.
Sure.
Versus opiates.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
People are functional.
Definitely.
And they can muddle through their day.
It increases your appetite, which is always a big deal with cancer patients.
So, in my journey, this is pretty funny because I went over this this was Sunday night, I think. I found the weed I want to use. And I actually have to call Keys and have her go pick it up because the only place it is in fucking Berkeley, California. It's in South Bay. That's not here in the Wild West of Colorado yet. So I'm gonna have to do that because it is one of the strains that is like an action item strain. Supposedly mental focus, short high, little bit of energy, and an appetite suppressant. I'm in.
As long as it does all those things. Have you tried it yet?
No, God, no. It's one of the most expensive and one of the rarest ones to get a hold of. And I'm like, of course, me, the fucking
the unicorn strain.
Yeah, the fucking off the rack, custom fit guy in an off the rack world. I have to order everything. I have to order pants because my legs are too fucking weirdly long. 34's drag, 32's high waters. It's bizarre. Well, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to guitars, but I need 25.5-inch scale, 27-inch scale guitars. Like Strats are like, Les Pauls are like mandolins. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Everything. My fucking boots. I have to have 9 wides. Who the fuck wears a 9 wide? Nobody. That's who. Nobody. People my height wear 10s at least. And I need steel toe, and I really only like the Doc Martens. So, do you know how hard those are to find? Go on Amazon right now. They're like 6 months back order. Motherfuckers. I try to buy myself one every 2 years for Christmas.
Yeah.
I ain't there this year. I missed this year and last year. So, yeah, of course, the most ridiculous strain, or the most, that's the one I want to try.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten to the point where I voted for it to be legal because I wanted it to do the right thing. This is libation. This is for fun. That shit's medicine. That's the way. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, my opinion with even the recreational thing is like, why are you stopping people from doing whatever they feel like?
Absolutely,
as long as you're not hurting someone else.
But if you're gonna start using it for medicine purposes and you really want to do it for that and grow this stuff for that, I'm all in. I'm all in because it'll alleviate pains and alleviate problems.
Same thing with kratom.
Yep. Same thing.
Kratom is even better because it excites all the same shit that opiates do without addicting you. So
that's why it got me nauseated.
It can basically scratch all those itches,
but you're not.
But you can stop it whenever you feel like, and you don't die.
Yeah, have a freaking yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a psychological addiction of feeling better. Like, yeah, I feel good when I do it.
Yeah, I was like hitting the drive-thru.
Yeah,
I feel good after I eat this garbage.
Yeah.
Like, what are we having? It doesn't matter what you order off the menu at McDonald's. We're eating trash.
It's not food.
It's not food. It's food-shaped product.
Yeah.
With a price tag.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of food-shaped product, did you see KFC has released their, I don't know which brand it is, Impossible or whatever their brand is, of nuggets.
And they're on the green.
And it's a green package. So their Soylent Green is literally in a green package.
Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, wait, I saw it. I thought two things. I've only seen 2 episodes of the Boondocks, and one of them was the chicken virus. It's a hilarious episode.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only seen 2 ever, and that's the one I've seen like 5 times. It's like Flying Frontier. I've been Flying Frontier for like 10, 12 years, and the only movie that they show is the first episode of Joey. Still their only thing.
Yeah.
So I thought of that with the whole like, they got new chicken, and then everybody gets salmonella, and they're calling it the chicken virus, and everybody's gonna die, and 1 million people projected to die. Oh wait, nobody died. They just had salmonella. Everybody got really sick for a week.
Yep.
The second thing I thought of, I was like, that green is exactly the thing on all the dispensaries around town. It's the same green. I was like, so is the Colonel getting into a little bud action? Is this plant-based chicken going to get me high?
Well, I'm still curious, like, who is that supposed to appeal to? Because
woke motherfuckers, bro.
Well, vegans that actually care about their health aren't eating at fast food places.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. Well, it's exactly what they're trying to do.
I mean, vegans that are doing it for that reason, they're not going to those places. Now, I guess maybe I don't like killing animals people, that strain of vegan.
You're still a hypocrite because you're facilitating and patroning a place that slaughters millions of animals.
Right, and they don't care whether your dollar goes
not
towards
like
the impossible or the real thing. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's still propagating that. It's a slush fund. Which we need to have a conversation about slush funds. I had an argument at work today about slush funds.
Well, this will make you feel worse.
Yeah, excellent.
I don't know what to say other than 1984 is here.
Yeah.
This is out of China. I have at least what's supposed to be an accurate translation of what we're going to hear. So I will read that along with what they say.
Hold on, I'll help you out. Ready? Go.
Okay.
Dolphins have a fully functional clitoris. Studies find.
Close.
They've killed 13. We killed the dolphins. Fuck the dolphins, and we're going to find their clitoris. Yep, that's what it says.
Yep. Well, so there's for the benefit of those that listen to the audio, there's a drone flying around with a megaphone and that lovely non-grating voice.
No, we'll listen to it again. All right, go ahead and read it to him, and then we're going to listen to it again. Just finish it off.
Well, what we don't need to finish it.
Oh, yeah, we do, because I have a joke.
Okay, well, what she ends up saying is this community is now in lockdown. When it is your turn to take the daily mandatory COVID test, take your ID card and go downstairs to test right away. Otherwise, there will be sanctions.
And go ahead and play it. All right. The community is now in lockdown. When it is your turn for the daily mandatory COVID test, take your ID and make your way downstairs. Otherwise, there will be sanctions. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep. That's how they're
China doesn't disappoint, man.
how
They just
they're
don't.
spreading the word on.
Spreading the word. They do not disappoint.
No.
That's pretty efficient, actually. You know, efficiency and tyranny is fucking amazing.
Dude.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is.
Did I send you this commercial?
You did.
Okay.
We'll start off our cool stuff. So we'll get into that
All right. Segue time.
right now. I doubt that helped.
Tell him, Trevor.
I should have taken if they have these for noses.
Okay.
You'll see what we're talking about here in a second. So, dude's shooting,
He's at a gun range with the
Yep.
paper targets,
and he puts
and
two
he missed. He's
on
outside.
the side.
The guy's
of the
judging
paper.
him. He then puts one right in the bullseye.
bowl.
He brings it back to him. Unclips it. Puts it in his binder
His two-ring binder.
with the two holes on the side. Yeah.
And it's thanks to iVital capsules.
Yep. So Visine or whatever.
Brought to you by Doppelhertz.
Doppelhertz.
Augenvital Kapseln. So, yeah.
So if you wear contacts, you could be John Wilkes Booth.
Yep. Get you some Augenvital Kapsel.
Augenweiten Kapseln by Doppelhertz. And
This is awesome.
Oh, the heartwarming
This is
story
awesome.
of the day. This little
So-
dude is going to be just fine in life.
We're going to show you a little dude.
I want to say this first. Parents winning
Oh, definitely.
with their
yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Winning as parents.
So, little dude walks up to his,
His Tonka truck, his battery-powered,
yeah, I don't forget
little
what those are
John
called.
Deere.
Yeah, John Deere, like,
Not tractor, but it's...
and he puts his puppy in the bed.
grabs a puppy, throws him in the tailgate, pops the tailgate. Like a boss.
And the puppy's like, "Where are we going, buddy?"
Where are we going, Dad? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Kid's like...
So he's driving down the road.
Yep, he's drunk, about hits the curb. Just like a real farmer.
Then
And now he's feeding the calves.
he's
This kid's doing chores.
giving milk. So he's got a truck.
Little
got a
John
dog.
Deere battery-powered truck. Dog. He's got his cowboy boots on. He's got his 10-gallon hat on.
And
Well,
he's
it's
got
like 3 gallons.
Yeah, and he's got a job.
And he's got a job.
Puppy's like,
Need some
"Screw
milk.
you, cow." So
Those parents are winning.
That was awesome. That was great.
Yeah, that made my day.
Yeah, good for you guys. Let's see.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a little misty.
last cool stuff. So there's a poor deer that's stuck. Not like a poor deer person. A deer.
Oh,
like the
poor
animal. Yeah.
Like my grandma says, poor dear, you haven't eaten. I'm like, look at my fat ass. I've eaten. I'm fine, Granny.
That's stuck out on a frozen lake. Can't get a foothold to get off. So this dude
They
helps
push
her
him
out.
off. Oh, they push her off. I just, somebody put a caption on this when I saw it earlier today. They said, this hero, da-da-da. I'm like, the real hero is the cameraman.
For shooting in landscape.
For shooting in landscape. We can see everything.
You're 2/3.
And of course they're Canadian.
So this goes, of course, because they do nice things. And they have frozen
You
lakes.
have to get over that ridge unless you go to the side.
They're like, sorry our lake froze
Get
for
that
you,
red.
buddy.
Sorry, our lake froze there, little venison.
He's like, no.
He's telling him
Yeah,
sorry.
he's
bud.
like, get me all the way over. Oh, there we go. All right.
Yeah, oh
Come
my
on.
god, he's falling on
He
his-
still can't.
That could just jack
Get
him.
a foothold. There you go.
There you go. and goes right to the other lake. Kaboosh! God damn it! Oh, yeah, that's where they cut it, because he ran to the other lake, and they're like, God damn it. All right there, little bud. You know, you got to go home down the road.
Yep. Well,
why is it not racist when I do a Canadian accent, but I get in trouble if I do any other accent? No, that's a rhetorical question, ladies and gentlemen. That is a rhetorical question.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Fucking Shadow Man. We got to fucking redo our whole YouTube channel again. God damn it, Trevor.
Well,
we hope you're both entertained.
Yeah. We're going to pay some bills, and then we're going to get into, we don't have a tool of the week. We have a man of the week this week.
Excellent.
So, stay tuned.
Over here, my brakes made an awful noise, and the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO AutoWorks. They did a great job on mine, and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO AutoWorks, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO AutoWorks today.
Stop destroying your beard. Let me explain. A little while back, I thought I was properly taking care of my beard. Turns out, I was destroying it. Dry, brittle, hair falling out. My girlfriend hated it.
He was worse than a dog without the cute puppy breath.
So then, she ordered the Beard Struggle. Game changer. Natural ingredients, awesome packaging, and it smells phenomenal.
You smell sexy.
Thank you. Oils, balms, they have beard growth accelerators in addition to the new Carbon X 3-in-1 heated beard brush straightener and volumizer, along with washes and conditioners. Stop destroying your beard. Order the Beard Struggle.
I have something you can destroy.
Order online now from thebeardstruggle.com.
Use the code TLANE15 for 15% off your order.
Sorry. I was at work the other day, and I was like, oh my guts. And one of the other guys is like, what, they get rearranged? I was like,
your guts.
I was like, good one. I hurt. Oh my god, you're good. So something got destroyed.
Well,
in other news, it is officially Canada has made it a national policy to call maple syrup tree cum.
All right. Well, over in Russia, this is amazing. This dude found out that his friend was sexually assaulting his 6-year-old daughter. So he made this guy dig his own fucking grave and then murdered him into it.
Not even mad, bro.
And the Russian courts went, yeah, that's fine.
So to be fair, the friend was molesting the dad's daughter. So yeah, I don't.
The dad did what a dad's supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't see the problem here. Apparently, the Russian
marched him out into the woods, said, "Dig." He dug a hole, and I don't know if he held him at gunpoint because he used a knife. Then stabbed this motherfucker until he was dead.
Dude, I've seen some fucked up shit over there. Like,
oh yeah, dude, Russia's
one of them checkpoints. Like, dude comes out with all kinds of fucking like medals on and leans over, tells this dude some shit, and everything's okay.
Yeah,
it's like,
well,
I
want to make sure we get his name.
Russians are the scariest white people.
So I'm not going to try to pronounce his actual first name. He goes by Slava Matrosov. And he stabbed. I'm not going to say the other guy's name. The other guy was a piece of shit that was molesting a 6-year-old. But yeah, marched him into a forest, made him dig his own grave, and then stabbed that motherfucker to death.
Wow,
good for you. And the court, said, well, yep, that's fine.
Save some fees.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah, lengthy prison times and second chances for certain things. It's not worth it.
Okay, we have some fine print here that I should have got into. So apparently, The murder charge has been dropped. He's now facing prosecution for inciting the other guy to take his own life. This smacks of what we would call a plea bargain. I don't know if that's what they call it over there. But it's a lesser sentence than murder. However, it sounds like he is still going to be found guilty of the death. Yeah.
Well, look, you smack a dude in the mouth, he doesn't get up off the floor. You get a manslaughter charge in this country. So it's an accident, but it happens.
I loved that scene in in fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Haven't seen it.
Well, you know, Bruce Lee very famously talked about how, oh, my hands are deadly weapons. If I kill someone in a fight, that's a murder.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in this, the Brad Pitt stuntman character goes, how did he word it? He's like, yeah, if you kill anyone in a fight anywhere, it's manslaughter. Like, it's always murder if you kill someone.
Yeah, dumbass.
Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, man. Tarantino went after
if I get into a fight and kill somebody, blah, 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 it's like, yeah, because you killed somebody.
Tarantino went after Bruce Lee.
Nothing to do with you being a kung fu master. You killed somebody in a fight.
you catch a manslaughter charge.
Like, that's just what happens. But it was quite epic.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that, dude. I've only legitimately had 2 days off, full days off since August, so I haven't had time to watch jack shit.
Well, let's see.
This
leads into
wait. Beer me.
This leads into what's pissing us off, or at least me. So yeah, we'll get into that. So we kind of, what the fuck is going on here?
What in the world?
Yep. I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened, Trevor? Wow, that was...
Let's just do this.
Jesus, it's like a real podcast. Hey, it's like a real podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Fix that later. So
I give you shit, bro, but you're doing a good job.
What's pissing me off this week, and we touched on it a little bit with the teacher throwing her kid in the trunk.
It's going the other way too, because
the indoctrination of children is really pissing me off lately. We're going to touch on two things here, and they're both equally
horrific.
Yeah, like what they both make you go, what the fuck? So we'll start with this video from Quebec. I don't know what this show is, but they're talking to a couple of kids and their teacher, because there was some confusion about whether or not this person, who you'll see in a minute, was their mom. And it turns out she's the teacher, which kind of is even worse in my opinion. So we'll get into it. I'm going to read the subtitles for the sake of the audio listeners. But yeah, here we go. So she starts asking, you're vaccinated? Little girl says, yes, we both have one dose. And she says, are you in favor of mandatory vaccine? And they both say yes. And so the teacher says, it looks like I drilled him. Yeah, it fucking does.
Yeah, she nods her head, yes.
And at first I thought that was the mom. I'm like, okay, yeah. But it's a teacher. It's a school teacher.
School teacher.
Not the mom.
This is a talk show. It's like Ellen, but in a horrible language.
Yeah. The only thing worse than French is Canadian French. So
you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's like hillbilly French. That's what it is.
And I have a funny story about hillbilly French here in just a little bit. Go.
So,
what should we do with the people who don't want the vaccines? We should call the police, is what the kid says.
And the panel of adults go, yeah. And the little girl says, if they won't take the vaccine, it can make a lot of people in danger. So the government does what they do right now is they should cut off every service little by little until they submit. There's a typo, it says summit, and get vaccinated.
These are kids talking.
The host goes, oh, it looks like we've got a future politician here. Because how she's like, yeah, the government should just walk back.
Talk about being
so the
groomed.
oldest one there is like maybe 9.
Maybe.
She's not coming up with this on her own. So the
No.
teacher that's like, oh, it looks like I coached. Yeah, because you fucking coached them.
Coach them every morning. Every morning.
A future politician here. Oh, and everybody's just clapping and just so excited.
So yeah, this was January 19th. This is yesterday. This happened. Jesus fucking Murphy. So Canada is grooming their children in the rhetoric of, well, I mean, they are kind of, that part of Canada is kind of fucked off. Not gonna lie.
Well, so but here's what I find interesting. I happened to be watching another show that touched on this with somebody who lived in Quebec in Montreal. So while Quebec is fairly political, he was talking about how in Montreal they're protesting this stuff, and Montreal is not normally a political town. They're like New Orleans. The only thing to do there is get drunk and have fun. Which, of course, this is fucking up their whole industry. They don't make anything. They have bars.
Yep.
So shutting down bars has destroyed their economy. So they're just like, no, we're not doing it. Which is going way against the rest of, especially Quebec. Like, if Canada is liberal, Quebec is like fucking commies.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And typically in Quebec, the only political argument is French English. And guess what? French wins all the time.
Every time.
It's illegal. Like, a perfect example. The sign outside says, well, maybe this is a bad example because I think in French it would still say EXO AutoWorks.
Yeah.
But the sign outside, says, well, let's say it said Mantools Media LLC. Nope. If we were in Quebec, it would need to say Mantoul Media, whatever the fuck. I don't know what French is. Hum.
Hum.
And I don't know what tool is. So, yeah, but these kids are clearly being indoctrinated by that teacher who says, oh, they look like I drill them. Yeah, because it looks like you drill them.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you drill them every morning.
Jesus.
Yeah, we should call the police.
What's Canadian for Karen?
I don't know.
Le douche.
Le douche. And I'm going to say this is what leads to that. So this is here in the States. And keep in mind, I'm going to say...
Wow, it actually got le douche on our... That's awesome.
Canada is kind of a barometer for what's coming in the U.S.
Le douche.
For whatever reason, it appears Canada adopts policies and then we adopt policies.
It says less douche.
Less douche.
So I'm just messing with our...
the captions.
The captions, auto-generated craptions.
So, you'll see how you get to that with this lady.
Never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility.
Yes.
We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children.
Correct.
So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
No, they don't.
Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
No.
Nope.
Fuck you, MSNBC.
Nope.
No.
And when you start doing that, that's when teachers get away with the shit that we just saw in Montreal.
And that dude that's like, I got 45 minutes twice a week
to turn these into revolutionaries. Like, your job's not to turn them into revolutionaries. Your job's to make them so they can like function.
Pass a fucking standardized. No, we don't even do that anymore. Now you just have your job's. Your sole purpose in life is to make them pass a standardized test. That's all you're supposed to do. Like if you read your job description, that's all you got.
That's it.
Can't even do that.
I don't know. Do you want to cover this sports story? I mean, it's tennis. Is that really a sport?
It's not. I mean, not really.
It's really more COVID bullshit, which I'm kind of
all right, over it.
get over it. And get into the week in history.
His story.
All right, well, this week in his story, we start off with kind of some her story. January 20th, 1908, the Sullivan Ordinance, which barred women from smoking in public facilities in the United States, goes into effect. A federal law that said if you're a lady, you can't smoke. So here's an ad that poses the question, well, which is worse, smoking in public or drinking in public? And I don't know, I mean, this was, roughly a decade later, we went into prohibition, so...
Well, maybe that's why, these chicks got pissed off and couldn't let them have cigarettes in public, so they were like, everybody from guess drinking? What, motherfucker? Nobody's having beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, there are consequences.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gross.
Just let me get a couple good ones and then I can talk. All right.
Hey, what's up, potato chips and beer?
January 21st, 1977. President Carter urges...
Randy's right. Now, nobody can smoke in public.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, God. You get stoned if you're on the street in California, South Bay, and you're smoking a cigarette, people will fucking throw shit at you.
Let's see. January 21st, 1977. President Carter urges... a 65-degree maximum heat in homes due to the energy crisis.
How many daughters did he have? Just asking.
I don't know. I know he had a son, and Willie Nelson very famously visited the White House and smoked weed with him on top of the roof. But I don't remember his name.
So glad I'm not listening to y'all in headphones. Why is that? I mean,
sorry, guys.
It gives you that experience, though.
Jesus, it's like you're in my head.
It's in there.
It's in there. Let's see, January. Where am I? There we go. 22nd, 1807. President Thomas Jefferson exposed a plot by Aaron Burr to form a new republic in the Southwest.
Aaron Burr. Hold on, I'm gonna answer this phone call from work. Aaron, all right. I have a question for you, bro.
What's up?
All right, so, oh man, this is all. Yeah. So here's the question. Let's see, where are we? In January 22nd, 1807, President Thomas Jefferson exposed a plot by who to form a new republic in the Southwest?
I have no clue.
Don't you watch old commercials?
No.
All right, you need to go watch old milk commercials, and then you'll know. It's famous, the old milk commercial in the museum, and then you'll know the answer.
What did you say?
Yeah, exactly. So go Google old milk commercial museum, and you'll see it. That's who Thomas Jefferson exposed, plotting against to form a new republic in the Southwest in 1807.
All right. Now I was making sure you got back home.
I know. Am I tripping you out, bro? Everybody, this is Montez White, and he has been shenaniganed onto Mantools Media Podcast. Say what's up, bud.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
So Montez is gonna be a guest at some point because his philosophical ideas and his road to stardom, as it were, it's been an interesting road. I've enjoyed chatting with him in real life, and we should have him on here.
All right.
Yeah. One of these. Thanks for checking in on me. I did make it home. I had to Apple Cash for some gas.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Yeah, I just sold my ass at a truck stop for $10, and I made it home.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you checking in on me. I told him, I texted him. I said, no news is good news. I'll text you. I'll call you if I need you. And he still checked in on me. Thanks, pal. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Bye. That's a good dude. That's a good fucking dude right there. Aaron Burr.
Let's see, January 23rd.
Yes, Aaron Burr and...
Oh, Hamilton?
Alexander Hamstring.
I just want to point out, Alexander Hamilton was our worst, gayest founding father, and he still fought in duels. That's how much manlier men were back then.
Right.
Like, even a Ponzi fuck like him.
Ponzi. Yeah. Candy ass. Still going to fight in a duel. Aaron Burr. Yes, Randy. The best milk commercial ever.
Let's see. January 23rd, 1969. NASA
23rd,
unveils,
bro.
What? NASA unveiled the moon landing craft, which you see there in one of the much later missions, actually landed on the moon. Sorry. January 24th, 41 AD, shortly after declaring himself a god, Caligula is assassinated by 2 Praetorian tribunes. And of course, the image we're showing is a scene from the movie, which I highly encourage everyone to see. It was made by Penthouse, and it's basically a porn with actual actors making a plot.
Awesome.
Along with the porn.
Know what you're doing tonight. Or if you want the kid-friendly version, watch the episode of Red Dwarf where they're on Wax World.
Right, yeah.
Caligula makes a cameo with Rasputin.
All right. Well, let's see. January 25th, 1984. Some more space stuff. President Reagan endorsed the development of the first permanently manned U.S. space station, which of course led to, well, although not quite U.S., the International Space Station. Mostly us. Let's see. Finally, January 26th, 1788, a fleet of ships carrying convicts from England lands at Sydney Cove in Australia. The day is since known as Australia's National Day.
Here, we don't want them.
Yeah. That is it.
Hey, do you see all the obelisks? I'm just saying.
Do what now?
There's obelisks.
Okay. I think those are supposed to be lumber.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
But, yep. They do look like, they do resemble obelisks.
Illuminati, bro.
But yeah, that brings us to...
Sorry, I ate all that KFC chicken. The wheat chicken.
That brings us to the end of the week in history, and that, of course, also brings us to the end of the show.
That's right. Well, in closing, we've got a couple of things for you guys. Oh, yeah, you don't need to ever do that, because then it does that.
Okay, well,
that's so cool.
I'll leave it over here.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Okay. Thank you, though.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Saturday night, 8 p.m., Facing Forward at Stones, the Stones Sports Bar and Grill here in Colorado Springs, Powers and Winoka-ish. Sure. That's one of them roads.
Yeah.
It's on the Powers, down there in the Southish Powers. Thanks to our sponsors so much. EXO AutoWorks, Enharmonic Studios, Crafts by Carolyn Lane, and, of course, the Beard Struggle. We'd also thank, to everybody, both of y'all, watching and or listening to our podcast and our stuffs, our things. It's on the web at mantoolsmedia.com. Our social media is Links
with 2 eyes. We got away from the height page. I think this is a little less cumbersome than typing in high page.
High page.
It's just the word links.
LIINKS.co/mantoolsmedia. Just the Googles, the Man Tools Media, you'll find us. Once again, like, subscribe, share, rate, review, do all of the things. And I want, after our probably one of our best shows of this year, our first show of this year, we had an amazing guest on last week, and he made a point of saying, arguing with me that, well, if everybody whips their dick out into the in the public park, they should be vaccinated for it. And I was like, what is that?
Sort of. Sort of.
It's my story. I'm going to tell how.
Go for it.
We were comparing apples to oranges at that point. I said, well, if everybody does whip their dick out in public, I mean, yeah, they get a vaccine or whatever. I aptly named it the Harambe variant. So if you have a problem running around in public parks, I'm going to be misquoted and taken out of context.
Involuntary dick outs.
Involuntary dick outs. You have the Harambe variant. I need this shirt so bad, dude. Trevor said, we're outside before the show, and he goes, hey, I got some Harambe. I totally forgot that I had said the Harambe variant. I got some Harambe variant merch. I am so happy right now. I am so happy. Oh, that's the best. Only $21.99 in the women's classic tee. I believe it's the same price for men's.
I think so, roughly, yeah.
Beware the Harambe variant.
That's right.
Hashtag the Harambe variant. So happy right
and I
now.
found out that if you hashtag anything Harambe on Twitter, there's a bot that automatically retweets you.
Oh my god! You need to make that a hashtag so fast.
Oh, I've been anything that with Harambe. Like I did a clip from last week's show, and I put something about Harambe. That's how I found out about the bot, because I hashtagged Harambe, and got a retweet, and it was from an account called the Harambe bot. And when you click on it, it says this account retweets everything with the hashtag Harambe.
Harambe variant. I love it.
Yeah,
we got it. You heard it here first. I'm still giggling. Good job, Trevor.
Thanks.
Good job. I'm ordering one next Friday when I get paid because I'm broke as fuck. Thanks for watching and or listening. Like, subscribe. Please share our YouTube so we can get our own URL. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And be safe out there.
There you go. Good night, everybody.